Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your April 4th, 2022 Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So as the singing bowl was singing, I had my eyes closed and was just listening. And the imagery that came up was of ground shifting, of things kind of not being quite as even terrain as we had thought they were going to be. So that's going to be a theme during this time where it's not as smooth sailing, it's not as, easy as we had thought it was going to be. And that's why this day is so important for us, because this is the day when we really feel the protection of our angels, of God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, because that's what the number 44 is all about. It is a sign that, again, divinity loves and protects us, that our angels are watching and keeping an eye on us to ensure our safety. And that is so profoundly reassuring. We are being surrounded with hope and optimism, as well as good fortune. And we are also being shielded by the higher power from harm, from hurt, from disappointment. 44 is a number that brings divine messages. And so messages will come our way that bring us courage, that make us courageous, that have us carrying out our life work without us even realizing it. And that's going to be really, really, really cool. So when the ground feels uneven, when we think, oh no, I can't do this, it's like, no, you're protected. Keep on walking forward. No, you're here for a reason. No, there's glory in you. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on embracing. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Tower, makes perfect sense, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. What is so interesting is that we're carrying forward an attitude of lack, even though it's like that tower has fallen down. And we have that shown right here, right? We feel on the outside of I was going to say love, and I don't know why that came through so strongly, but it's love, prosperity, success, wealth. It's like I get to be on the outside of that. The tower comes in and everything has fallen apart. And because things have fallen apart, not gone according to our plan, we think I'm always going to be on the outside. And what Spirit is showing us is that, no, that's not true. There is prosperity here. Sometimes the illusion falls apart. Sometimes the security falls apart. It's to teach us a lesson. Is it heartbreaking and horrible? Absolutely. Absolutely. But what we're going to see here is that it opens up the doors. It opens up the doors for us to turn around and find a new path of prosperity and success, a new way that calls to us, because before it was being in a gilded cage. And you might say, no, Dane, I was never in a gilded cage. And I understand, but the energy around us, even if it was horrible energy, it was a sense of, it was what I knew. It was what I knew, and it kept on perpetuating it. And now it's time to move towards prosperity and success. It's time to rebuild. And we're going to be stronger because of that. We are wiser because of it. We've learned so much. And it brings us to this place where we're embracing kind of the institutions, which sounds like an odd thing to say, but it means that we're not going to go and rebuild everything. It means that we're taking what we learned, we're taking the tools that we have and that have come before us, and we're laying down a profound foundation, and we're moving ourselves forward. We're going to see ourselves blessed. We're going to see that we hold the keys to a lot more than we thought we did. And it brings us then to a place where we feel out of balance. As we're trying to balance our prosperity, our success, our bounty, everything, we're being tested. And Spirit is saying here, first, put your feet firmly on the ground. First, look at you. See where it is that the chaos shines through so profoundly, so boldly. And say, no, I'm done with this. And it brings us then to this place where we just feel like we're getting by. I'm just juggling. I'm just trying. I'm hustling. I hate that word. I've made myself into a brand. I've tried to do this. I've tried to do that. So it never ends, right? So the work never ends. It's always going to be a part of you. And yes, to a point, that is true. But if we never give our souls and ourselves time to release, we're never going to be able to build to our full potential. It leads us to the Ten of Pentacles: prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. There is wealth here. There is wealth that lasts for generations. There is also the energy of our angels helping us. Our angels have helped our generational line, right? And now they are helping us. They're showing us our wealth. They're showing us our prosperity. They're showing us our reason for being here. And it's money, or what we value as much as money, coming forward. It doesn't mean that we get to leave behind legacies and, all these big endowments or, trust funds and everything like that. We might not get to do any of that. And that's perfectly normal. But what we do get to leave behind is prosperity planted within them. Is a world that knows that they are richer because of us, not despite of us. It brings us then to go deeper into the tarot. And what's interesting also about this day is that in the Bible, it was 40 days, and I know we're talking about 44, but it was 40 days between Jesus' crucifixion and his ascension. Now, some places I have read say 44, but here, this is powerful. Just even taking that number 40, taking that number 4, adding the 4 and a 0 together and just getting 4. There's a sense of, on this day of the 4th, right? We are going to take this journey for 40 days and see how we rise out of it. See what person we are as we ascend into our truer self. It leads us to going deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. I like that. All the student cards came forward. We, of course, are the Page of Cups. We are the student of our heart. We are going to find inspiration, insight, ideas in the oddest of places, in the oddest ways. It is also going to be a freeing thing, but a scary thing, to truly embrace our hearts and what we want and what we're looking for and what's important to us, and let that shine. We're going to think, oh no, I can't do that. And Spirit's saying, oh yes, you can. Oh yes, you can. There's also a need to connect with our inner child, with who we once were, and where it is that we want to be. Now, it's interesting here because I totally skipped a step. And let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. It's the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. There is a sense of needing to be mindful of a person who sits in their wealth. Of a person who sits in their wealth and they are fierce. They are bold. Okay? And we're going to think, I want to be like that. That is where I need to be. But this person has a ruthlessness to them that Cancer, we could have. I mean, anybody could have ruthlessness to them. But we need to be very mindful of cultivating that. We need to be very mindful of this person saying, oh no, you need to be in this moment with me. I declare it. I decide it. And it pulls us away from who we are. So being aware of that is going to be very important. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, is 2. We have the root chakra and we have the throat chakra. We have balance and we have communication. There's going to be balance. There needs to be balance in our communication, and we will find balance within ourselves when we communicate better with ourselves, with those around us, with where it is that we want to be and what it is that we desire. And we'll find that we contradict ourselves, and that's okay. We can disagree with what we say 5 seconds after we say it. But the thing here is expressing, is connecting, is, giving it a chance. So that's going to be a very big thing for us. Now let us see our Goddess Oracle message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Ooh, this one right here. This is the game changer. And it says, how confident you feel about magic and change, especially the ability to magically change yourself and your situation, is critical. It's the game changer. Are we letting magic into our lives? Are we going to be like children and let wonderment be a part of us? Let ourselves be awed and expressive and discover? Or are we going to be staunchly connected with the reality that we see, or that we, are told about, that we feel? This is a time to say, no, there's more here. There's more here. There's beauty, and I can connect with it. There can be beauty, and I can move this forward. We have here a sense of questions, of diving deeper, of looking at things from different angles, and we need that. There's also going to be an energy around us. Now, this is either a child energy or a really young soul, somebody who hasn't learned to be cynical yet, or can be cynical because they're just so gosh darn trusting or naive about things that you sit there and think, how did you make it this far? With the Page of Earth and the Page of Wands, this has to do with the earthly plane. And this has to do with a sense of wealth and a sense of passion. There is somebody in our lives, or there is somebody around us who is very naive when it comes to money and is very passionate. Everything is a huge event. Everything means everything. It's like, oh my gosh, everything is felt so deeply and so strongly. And nothing is really thought through too well. It's almost like you're dealing with a perpetual teenager. Or maybe you're dealing with teenagers right now. And there's a sense here of, okay, I need to step back. And I need to step into my vulnerable space within myself to say, what do I need from this? Because this person can drain us. This person can be completely overwhelming. Spirit is not at all saying to be vulnerable with this person, because they will use it and they will abuse it. But what we are saying here, what Spirit is saying, is that be present within yourself. Look at things from a different angle. And this person expects to be taken care of. But if you connect with them on this level of, well, I'm still discovering, I'm still learning, they're going to kind of pull away, because they want somebody who's going to come up and handle the load that they don't want to handle anymore. It brings us then to going deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, these right here that turned over. We have the Tower again. Something is changing. It really is. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So where the Nine of Pentacles is also something to be mindful of, now we also have the sense of, I am that strength. I am in that moment. I am as strong as to tame, a falcon. I am standing here and I am present and I am in the now with the ability to look over and see so much more. So Spirit is saying, be present right here, right now, but also look at the bigger picture. It's going to be very easy not to see the big picture, to only look at the small minutia, or to then only look at the bigger picture, at everything, and get lost in it all. So we're needing to be mindful of this during this time, because it can derail us. Now we are coming through as the Queen of Cups. This represents us. We are represented as the Cups in the Minor Arcana. We are represented by the Chariot in the Major Arcana. This is looking deep into ourselves. This is the healing and the connection and the love, and there is such an abundance of love around us. There is a sense of, I feel most whole, I feel most connected when I am healing, when I am growing, when I am expressing, when I am understanding. And that is going to be very big, because we're going to think, oh, it's with everybody else. It's like, no, it's with yourself. I feel most beautiful when I embrace my emotions and see myself. It brings us here to a place of strength, but that strength is through vulnerability. And I kind of love how right here, it looks like the stars are falling into the cup. And it's like our dreams and our wishes are falling before us, are coming into our cup, if we allow ourselves to express it. If we don't, then they won't come at all. But we're also being that protector, that mama bear energy to the child that we once were, or the child that we have right beside us that is our heart. We might even say, you're my heart, like you're my everything. The tower here is things have changed. I mean, we have the tower coming through twice. Something has rocked our world. It is intense. It is powerful. It is more than we realized it was going to be. There is something here, and it could have happened, 16 years ago, that we are still healing from, that we still need to acknowledge. There is something here where, this is why Spirit showed us the ground not being even, because the tower is falling. The ground isn't even. Here we have, it on a little pedestal right there. And here we have everything falling apart. So what we are seeing is that what we once thought would never fall has fallen. And it has rattled us to our core. How do we stand and build? How do we keep moving forward? It moves us then to go deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Nine of Cups, the Hanging Ghost, which is the Hangman, and we have the Knight of Cups. We are coming through now as a knight. I love it that we are represented in each space. Here it starts off the story, but as the story goes on, we come through as the child, as the mother, and now as the defender. And so here we're going to be moving forward in the power of our emotions, but we have to make sure that our emotions do not try to justify every single action. Some actions are wrong, period. End of the discussion. Just because we felt a certain way doesn't mean that we could act a certain way. So here with the Knight of Cups, we hold what is most dear to us, our heart, our emotions, our expressions, our souls. And we are able to see what it is that we desire, where it is that we need to be. We are able to open up doors because we are acknowledging our feelings. The Eight of Cups is we're walking away from something that no longer makes sense for us. There's an ending, and it's a profound ending. It rocks our world almost as deeply as the tower. Because here we are walking away. Here we are saying no more. And there is a situation, now this could be from the past or this could be from the present, where by walking away, we changed it. We changed it all. We moved ourselves in a direction we had never anticipated. And it brings us to the Hanging Ghost. We just see things so differently than we have seen them before. And it's overwhelming, yes. It can be terrifying at times, but it's changed the story. It's changed where we are. And that is going to be something that people have a bit of a hard time accepting during this time, Cancer. They're going to want things to be what they were, not what they are now. And it's not going to be possible to take it back. It moves us then to the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is being in the present. The Nine of Cups is celebrating a wish and a beauty and a connection, and drinking deeply of a celebration. It is also a sense of what I have worked for gets to come forward, gets to come into my life. And that is sweet, and that is something to celebrate. It's not going to be the way that we envisioned. This is going to be a time where we let go of the reins, and we see where our angels lead the chariot, lead us. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's being promised too much. It's an idea that it's all possible without any sacrifice whatsoever. And that's not true. That is just a lie. And I know people are going to balk against that. And so I would like to remind you, I'm just the messenger. But Spirit is saying that we do have to make choices. Some things do get to be left behind or can't be developed as quickly as others. It leads us to our subconscious chakra energy, and that is visualization. It's going to be very important to see it in our mind's eye. This is the third eye chakra, and it is opening to us. It is opening to us by letting us visualize, by showing us imagery and dreams and, daydreams that we can easily poo-poo and say, oh no, it means nothing. But if we start taking meaning in everything, we start finding meaning in everything, we start to be guided. And then as we're guided, as we're seeing it, it's like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Or, oh, that's a bunch of hogwash. And so we start to acknowledge ourselves more. We start to acknowledge where we need to be. It opens up the door. And that's going to be something that is extraordinary for us. It really is. Visualization sets the pathway. Because if we're visualizing, and it's like, this is my dream, this is what I've always wanted. Let's say we're talking about a partner, because that's easy to relate to. If we're talking about a partner, but then we think, oh my gosh, and a part of us goes, I'm afraid of it because my freedom's going to be taken away. Or, I'm going to have to care about somebody else and what happens to them. And we have fear around that. That goes into the energy of that dream, that fear, that sense of pushing it away. And we need to acknowledge it, because when we visualize, what we need to work on will come up. And it's like, oh, okay, I see that. Oh, okay, I get that. Oh, okay, I need to move like this. And it moves us then to our Goddess Oracle card, which is the Gardener. And it says here, weed out negativity and toxic thoughts to clear the way for the new growth that is sure to come if you add habits that heal your life. And that's going to be important here. It just is. We need to take out the weeds and the toxicity and all the things that are strangling us. And we need to say, I stand here. I stand here and I get to embrace a healthy, prosperous garden. And to do so, I need to care for it every single day. It brings us to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Queen of Cups coming through. Now we have the Queen of Cups twice. In every single avenue we have showed up. As the Queen, we have showed up twice. Love and passion and insight and ideas. A sense of standing strong in our feminine energy, no matter what. That is going to be very powerful for us. An expression of emotion, but not putting ourselves in a vulnerable space where we get to be manipulated by it. Here we find that beautiful balance. And here we claim ourselves, because we start to find ourselves more and more. Because Cancer, we cannot live without expression, and we don't want it to be used as a tool to hurt us. It moves us then to our subconscious, to go deeper into our subconscious tarot message. And it's the Nine of Pentacles, coming through once again. And this is a sense of prosperity and success. It's now come up twice. Once it is a tool against us, twice it is our blessing. Here, there is a sense of stand in the moment and celebrate the now. Because there's a lot of hard work to come. But if you celebrate this, you celebrate everything. It brings us then to the Eight of Wands. Things start moving quickly. Once things start to change, once things start to move, you can't hold it back. And nor are you going to want to. But there's a sense that I'm not ready for it. But this change, it comes to the heart. Like it hits us square in the heart and we think, oh, is that where I needed to be? It's like, oh, is that what I wanted? And then it just sets us on a whole new path. It brings us then to the Ten of Swords. What I love about this is that he's taking those swords and he's flinging them away. He has it in that energy here connecting to his hand. He's like, oh no, you thought you were going to destroy me. You thought you had me down. It might have taken him till he was white-haired. But now he takes those weapons, and they are his arsenal. We are going to take the thoughts and the hurts and the pains and every single thing that people thought that they would just crush us with. And we are now empowered, emboldened, and so much stronger than they're ready for. This is an end of the cycle within the mind. And this is showing our profound growth. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power of ourselves and the intentions that we move forward in, and the fact that this is a game-changing time, even though we might feel off balance because of it. All right. So be noted that there will be a loud sound as we begin this meditation. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. And may you have a blessed angel day.